Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh. And former Cat member, official coast to coast AM radio program researcher is named by George Murray, and expert on the UFO field, and I am not happy. I got two burger unboxing items. Not what I was expecting. It's sitting in the Concord post office. Why my stuff went to Concord, 10 miles away instead of here, is beyond me. But I got this. I'll give this to Kathy. Thank you for whoever sent this. A Grand Canyon magnetic refrigerator magnet with some kind of building on it. It looks a little dangerous going out on the edge. I don't know what that is. It might be that glass bridge they're talking about. I ain't going to go on it. And I just dropped it. Oh, God. It's going to be one of those days, folks. And it's 18-mile winds there, and I had a great deal of trouble breathing, going and coming. And guy who refused to give me his phone number now wrote saying I was going to call him today, and I don't remember. I had too much stress. And then there goes a keyboard, dropping everything here. And then this thing came, and I have to turn off the lights, or the light. Now, there are things on eBay that people sell, and they can use photographic trickery to make it look bigger than it is, and that's what this guy did. And I paid a great deal of money for this. And I said, this would be really cool. And I built one of these in 1965. This is not what it should have been. And you may remember, this is a dome. And mine in 1965 had lights, had flashing LEDs, and had all the interior. My mother, one day I came home, I had my ships, tanks, planes, and my flying saucers and NASA models. She threw them all in the garbage, my evil mother. Another reason I hated my mother. So, this is the interior. This is the bottom, based on the Adamski Scout Craft. George Adamski. And this is what he sent me. But the pictures make it look a lot bigger. And I would be insulted to sell such an item like this. The light comes out, isn't even secured. And there's a big, what looks like a manufacturing defect or a crack right there. And the last I knew, the invaders didn't have a crack in the side of their saucers. So I've asked for half refund. And I always thought this was going to be fairly big, and I could put it next to the other UFO. I still haven't found the pieces for that when it fell down and cracked to repair it. But now I got two broken UFOs. And I can buy polar lights or whatever it is, buy the full-size model, build it, put the LEDs in, put the crude cabin in, so it looked like the one in the show. And Chris Crawford, who created the X-Files, took part of his inspiration from the invaders. So this is what I got. And if you turn it this way, of course, you have the cerebral hemorrhage device that gave you a cerebral hemorrhage or a heart attack. Someone was selling those for a while on eBay, and it's one of my great regrets I never was able to get one. Much like the probe scanner from the show Search. So this is, oh, there goes the other hand I did. I wrote this guy, I said, to sell this and make it look like it's 2 or 3 times, and it's putting out really bright lights and this is the stand. He has another one for sale for $104, and I feel really ripped off. So yes, well, you have this fixation with Joe Bob Briggs. I suspect he's the Texas national bird or something. So, excuse me, my voice is gone. But what he charged me for that is outrageous. I asked for 50% refund and said he did not have any money to send it back until the first of the month. And on my worst day with an old Mattel creature monster thing. I could have made a better thing than that. Well, that's all right because you refuse to be on this channel. So, goodbye. Anyone who leaves a message like that shouldn't be on this channel in the first place. Because they are a disruptor, and I will not allow disruptors near. All right. So, that's because you spent it on cheeseburger, French fries. And Joe Briggs autographed pictures. Oh, God. Have you ever met Joe Bob Briggs, Swoover? Anyway, I'm just teasing. I haven't had time to write Lisa, tell her she has been impostered, which is also disgusting. I thought the thing would be like this big. Something akin to the actual George Adamski Scout Craft. And my former Paranormal collection, I had in first edition George Adamski books, Fate magazines. Okay, it works. Oh, don't start that. No. Goodbye. This is not a Black Lives Matter channel. Don't start the garbage. I have asthma and I can't breathe, but I don't walk around bringing up Black Lives Matter issues. Black Lives Matter may be a legitimate political organization, but they're not legitimate when they turn to arson, attacking people, looting, smashing cars, people bringing weapons to an event, bringing crowbars. That is not Black Lives Matter. That's what it looks like. And while it does look authentic, having a big manufacturing defect down the side is not what you should be getting when you're getting something that's supposed to show the UFO from the invaders. And the way he lit it, it looked like it was sitting there and a huge amount of light was coming out of the bottom. I could do better on my worst day than this thing. So I'm not happy. And the pictures he showed made this look like about 3 times bigger than it was. And thank God I didn't pay for the other one. He had a large one for $104. Jeez. I'll display that for now until I get a message back from him. I sent him pictures of my alien heads. Yeah, nice toy. Nice ripoff. No, it wasn't 50, but it was up there. Not a racist. So don't start that crap. I think Black Lives Matter is a ultra-leftist, disruptive thing sponsored by George Soros. In Ferguson, Missouri, they bust in protesters who not live there. They became rioters and looters and arsonists. They did that in Houston when they had police shot. They've done that around the country. And in Oakland, Black Lives Matter torched police cars, smashed the businesses, looted, smashed the private cars of citizens and burned them. That has nothing to do with racial injustice. That is criminal. And that's why I consider Black Lives Matter to be a criminal organization. Now, if you don't agree with me, that's your problem. When you cross the line into criminality, you're no longer a political protester. You're no longer talking about the injustices of African Americans. You're talking about criminality, like we see in Seattle, where they've taken a whole district of downtown Seattle with guns, leftists armed with guns. If right-wing protesters show up, they're called fascist, neo-Nazis, or what have you. But the left, they can take over part of a major downtown city, and nobody does a damn thing about it. The Black Panthers are another organization that said they were for the rights of blacks, but they showed up advocating violence. You may remember in Philadelphia, they stopped white voters from voting at gunpoint. And Barack Obama's Attorney General, Eric Holder, did nothing for that violation of civil rights. Civil rights only apply to the left. But if it's ordinary citizens or anyone on the right, oh no, you have no civil rights. You have only what the left tells you are your civil rights. So, you don't stop someone from being, I hope not. It will lead to complete anarchy and chaos in this country. They want to defund the police and in some cases eliminate the police. Not only for crime, but what happens if you're out on the highway and you get in an accident, you call for help and no one shows up because they've eliminated the police. What's next? The fire department? That, I suppose, is racist. Ambulances? You're lying there bleeding to death, crying for help, and nobody comes because the left decides that these are evil symbols of white supremacy, which is ridiculous. I don't know any white supremacists, do you? I did see George Lincoln Rockwell, the head of the American Nazi Party, at a rally once. Happened to be in the area and went over to the park and see what he was talking about. And he was assassinated. That's back in the 60s when I was a child. All right, we're not going to allow this. So, sorry. Goodbye. And President Trump was about to declare, I know he hasn't done it, I would have done it in an instant. He's about to declare Antifa a domestic terrorist group, and that's exactly what they are. They're advocating violence, they're advocating arson, they're advocating killing police, killing white people, and they have been caught with carloads of guns and crowbars and automatic weapons and signs and all kinds of, and gas masks and everything else. Sorry, spoofer. I gotta call them as I see them, and I'm not the only one that feels that way. You want to peacefully protest, you got no problem. Now, you want to peacefully protest, they've issued a 6 o'clock curfew, you go home. You don't drive around in cars till midnight and then they arrest you for violating the curfew. And frankly, the death of one man while you want to protest is fine, but every other city in the country and the world had nothing to do with George Floyd's death. And to torch businesses, to loot, to beat up an Amazon driver because you're outraged, or you have false outrage, and you claim there's injustice. What about the justice for the victims of the looting and the violence and the arson, the theft, and the damage to property? Are they not victims of injustice? I think so. But that would never be mentioned by the leftist media. All right. Goodbye. I'm not going to allow bigots on this channel. I happen to be Jewish, but I don't work out like my mother. But you have the right to vote in this country, except for prisoners, which I think is unconstitutional because there's nothing in the Constitution that I've been able to find, that the best of my recollection, that says if you're convicted of a crime, you lose all your rights. Same with guns. You should not allowed, unless you're committed a gun crime, to not have a gun. But courts have decided that they know the Second Amendment more than the framers of the Constitution do. What is this now? No, not George Foreman. Why would you? He had a great grill. Why would you? And he's a nice guy. Who would protest against George Foreman? That's silly, Christopher. Except that the small grill I had eventually, plating came off, and it tried to give me a shock every time I use that. Throw it out. I miss my small George swivel grill. The other one in the bedroom because I don't have room for it right now, and I gotta. When I get done with the kitchen, I'll go back in the kitchen. I have to clean the grill off. But made great hamburgers and food. So, and businessmen in Minnesota and elsewhere took up arms to defend their businesses as they did during the Rodney King riots in Koreatown in LA. And I've been to that Koreatown. I've been to those businesses. I was staying a block from there and had to go out and get something to eat late at night, and nobody bothered me. But that wasn't during Rodney King. But I've been in that same area back in the '80s when I flew down to Los Angeles to visit an old friend. So there's no excuse for a protest turning violent. There's no excuse for police attacking protesters either, unless they violate a lawful order to disperse, and the police may feel their lives are in danger. We've had people shoot police and kill a federal agent in Oakland who was merely standing there watching the protests, and they drove by and shot him and killed him. And they may have killed the guy who killed him. Yeah, I don't know what your issue is with Mitch McConnell, other than that he's a multimillionaire paid off by China, and his wife has ties to communist China. Third base, I don't understand that comment. It's very strange. So anyway, this is what happens when you buy something on eBay and the picture does not look like. I'm really mad about that. Nobody has a right to burn out a business because they're outraged. Nobody's right to burn somebody's car, smash the car windows, or loot like they did in practically every major city almost. Chicago, New York, San Francisco, Walnut Creek, Oakland, Pleasant Hill, San Jose, Los Angeles. If there's anywhere else I missed, I apologize. Fuzzy. Lucky Farrell does this. She says camera kisses. Guess I'm giving Fuzzy iPad kisses. Huh? No, maybe. No, maybe. The baby cat. Okay. Yep. The pandemic has very little to do with the pandemic and more about what your political orientation is. I agree. We're all in the same boat, trying to plug the holes up. We don't have a rag. We don't have a cork. We all should be together as Americans and not having one group fight against the other. And I'm not just talking about Congress. I have no issues with any individual black unless they rob me or something. Then I'll be damn well mad as hell. But, other people rob people all the time. And they may not be black. They may not be Asian. They may not be Latino. I got robbed at gunpoint by a white guy once. I didn't hate all white people, but I sure as hell didn't like that guy. One day I'll figure a way to keep these collars down. Hello, open hand. I got robbed by 2 black guys at gunpoint. I didn't hate all black people, but I sure didn't like those guys. And I wish I'd been armed. Maybe I could have shot them. They wouldn't be robbing anybody else. But it's, hello, Julie. Specious logic to think that if one guy discriminates against you, if one guy, and I don't think the vast majority of the American people walk around, things to do today, oppress a black guy. Be bigoted toward blacks, be bigoted toward Asians, be bigoted toward Latinos. Most people just want to get through their lives. If they go to work under normal circumstances, they go to work, oh God, I gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work. I had too much to drink last night, or I ate too much, or I've had a stomach ache, or I don't feel well, or it was a horrible weekend. I wish I could stay home and make the money at home. And 30% of the people working at home now say they want to keep working at home. If I had a business where I could have worked, if I had a job when I could have worked at home, I would have never gone to work. I would stay home. You know, the hassle driving and everything else. So, but my God, you know, I mean, the people on the left and people in Black Lives Matter think that we have 350 million people in this country and there's 25 or 30 million blacks, and they think everybody else in American society is doing nothing but 24/7. Well, let's be racist today. Let's oppress somebody today. And I don't think you'd find a lot of people who would really do that. But they think it's true because they think all of our history is white supremacy and oppressing the minority and oppressing the disadvantaged and the poor. You know, I don't walk around saying I'm oppressed. In a sense, I mean, if I wanted to say I'm oppressed because I don't have enough money, I don't get enough Social Security income. I didn't make enough when I was working. I wish I'd made $15 an hour. You wouldn't be seeing me here. I would have been in the house with $15 an hour. Lived in Washington, D.C. from 1958 to 1964. Went to school, was 80% black. Did I think it was black? No, they were my friends and fellow students. When I went to private schools, it was 100% white. That's because they had the money to go to private schools. And military schools, I don't think we had any black guys in military school. In both military schools, they went to Leonard Hall and Linton Hall. And they had a scandal at the Linton Hall. And that they got a lot of people got fired, and there was a big scandal for more than hazing. They were beating people. I was one of the victims. So I don't think of when I see someone going on the street, they're black. I don't, hey, it's a black guy. I watched last night the show Hustle. Actually, rewatched. I've seen all the episodes. And I think he's Adrian Lester. He plays Mickey Briggs. He's black. I don't look at him as black. I said, this guy is a good actor. I like the character. I like the story. There are a bunch of con men who go out and con women who go out and go after guys who are major jerks and who've taken advantage of people, and they steal the money from them, and sometimes they give it back to the people that got ripped off. It's a fun show, and it had Robert Vaughn in it, which is always a plus for me. So, okay. See, this is the kind of filth that comes on this channel. And there's no excuse for that. And these people who do this are sick. They're going to keep doing this and creating new names, and I'll just keep blocking them. They're stupid. And saying vaping, well, we know who used to sell vaping products. The owner of the evil site Surrogad. So these are sewer gabbers. And they come in and disrupt the channel because they're morons. Where are you at where they're blocking the freeway? Oh, that's another thing. They love to go on freeways and block the right of free association and free travel to everyday Americans. They have the right to block the freeway, but they don't allow the people driving to go where they want to go because their protest is more important than someone in their car, and they hold up the traffic for hours. And there have been cases of, they had a guy on the freeway in his car, he had a heart attack. And I don't know if he died or not, I can't remember, but the ambulance could not get to him because of the Black Lives Matter protesters. They could not get the police in there and the ambulance to get medical assistance for the guy. And would they move out of the way so they could get an ambulance in there? No. Part of this is protesters acting like children. Look at me, pay attention to me. They're childish and selfish. God. Chris, please stop posting messages, Christopher, until I remove this stuff. Thank you. No, protesting, there is a line. Protests, one side, peaceful protests, peaceful right of assembly, peaceful right to address grievances of your government, and then it crosses into crime, looting, arson, property damage, assault, and in 3 cases, murder. 3 people were killed during these protests. I don't know if they were shot or if they died. It wasn't done by the police. Don't say there's a fine line as if that's acceptable. It's a matter of right and wrong. And these people ignore the fact that what they do when they cross the line is wrong. Because they think that there are some black leaders who have said rioting and looting and arson are legitimate forms of protest. And that's also ridiculous and disgusting. There is no excuse for damaging someone else's property who had nothing to do with your issue or your protest or your grievance. Innocent people have done nothing. They're just trying to run their businesses, particularly in the economic situation we all are in. Oh, I think there'll be riots if he gets reelected. And I think if Biden were to get elected, God forbid, and he doesn't do anything about it because he's senile, there's going to be riots there too. There might be counter riots. What do you do if they riot Trump election night and they riot all over the country and then people are defending their homes and people start getting shot because people are defending their homes and businesses? And they're not going to put up with, you're not torching my house. And then, of course, the Black Lives Matter folk will say they are being oppressed, they are being preyed upon by the white racists with guns. You know that's going to happen. I think the people, I think if the governor can't do anything about it, the mayor refuses. He refuses to condemn the takeover of a street in a city. And by the way, I heard something today on with Mark Stein that or on the news, I can't remember, but that area, it might have been Tom Sullivan, that area has affluent blacks living in it. And their neighborhood has been taken over by thugs, armed thugs. I wouldn't have imagined this when I grew up. Anybody could go into a neighborhood and take it over. It's like something from Assault on Precinct 13 with John Carpenter as the director. Or Fort Apache, The Bronx, or Fort Apache itself, the movie with John Wayne. To take over, or Escape from New York, take over an area of the city, and the authorities are powerless, and the police chief of Seattle said he had no choice but to evacuate the precinct and got no help from the mayor or the governor. No, that's wrong. I don't know why Trump had just said, I am sending in the National Guard tonight, and these people are going to be ejected if necessary by force. There may well be another civil war, but I'll tell you one thing. Black Lives Matter and the rioters and the arsonists and the protesters are going to lose. They're going to lose their lives. Got a hell of a lot of people in this country that are armed, and they're not going to put up with that. And I think if enough of those arsonists and looters and criminals start getting shot, that whole thing will die off quickly, no pun intended. If it goes from 1 to 3 to 5 to 50 to 100, and then they realize, hey, all my buddies and homeboys are getting shot for looting, I'm going home. I don't want to die. Then you have the hardcore radicals who will show up with guns, and then you'll have a firefight. You may have remember in Philadelphia, they had a radical organization take over a multi-story house, and the house burned to the ground within a minute, and they wanted to attack the city. You remember the SLA with Patty Hearst, and they were tear gassed, and they got burned alive. Radicalism doesn't work in this country because most people are not radical. We are a centrist country, not the left and East Coast, but the middle of the country. The country as a whole, a conservative, moderate country. We were not ultra right, ultra left. People don't think about that. Reparation is ridiculous. Reparations for whom? The people that need the reparations are dead. My mother got money from the German government for being an Auschwitz survivor. And other Germans still get that, and Austrians and other people get that to that day from the governments in Europe. And the UN may pay that too, I don't know. The people put in the camps in World War II, the Japanese Americans, they got a reparation payment. It took, 40 or 50 years to get one. They were entitled. But no one who was a slave and no one who was a slaveholder is alive today. And are you going to ask for reparations for the next 500 years? For the victims that don't live anymore? I'll give you an example that shows how specious is logic. If you go out in your car tonight, some guy rear ends you and wrecks your car, injures your neck, you can't work, you can't walk, you can't sleep, you're in pain. Are you going to sue his great-great-great-great-grandchildren? I don't think so. Affirmative action, preferential treatment for one race against the other is wrong. You cannot do that forever. You address the grievances, you do something to make up for what happened in the past, but how many years do you do that? How long is it justified? To the left and radical blacks, they want to bring this up forever. Perpetual victimhood. And everything about society is wrong, and we want to tear it down. You tear it down, you have anarchy. And you will have people living in continual fear. And I'm sorry, I got enough fear about the pandemic without worrying about walking down the street and some maniac coming down the street and firing an automatic weapon into people. But they don't like one race or another, or they go into the store and decide to throw a firebomb in a Safeway or an Albertsons or McDonald's or whatever it is. And we've seen maniacs go to McDonald's in San Diego and massacre kids and people. We've got enough crazies in this country. There's a deliberate effort by groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter, and they get financial support when on normal times and only the pandemic, people go to work the next day, and yet you see 25,000 people showing up. Who's funding all this effort? And I've seen signs printed by union label signs, and all the signs have the same slogans. Someone has to pay them. They're not making those with a Crayola marker. These things are professionally printed. And when they show up with gas masks, and some of them carry their own tear gas to throw back at the cops, they throw rocks and hammers and bring items to break glass. That's all paid for by somebody. They're not going down to Home Depot and buying, oh, I'd like 25,000 crowbars, please. Like the guy at Ammo House wanted 10,000 marbles, please. People don't think. These are not spun. Every time you see CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, PBS, ABC, NBC, CBS, these are not spontaneous protests. They start filtering in the afternoon, and by nighttime there's thousands of them. And in Ferguson and Houston and Dallas, they showed the pictures. I posted the pictures when these were going on live of buses brought into the city. And in Minneapolis, at the time of after, I can't remember if it was the Ferguson or Trayvon Martin, they had big billboards. Get a job fighting injustice, and it was paid protesters. Because my friend Justin told me about that. Thank you, Sheba. By the way, someone came in earlier and pretended to be you. They were a troll from the evil Icky from Erie. So I'm glad you were not blocked. And we love Sheba and Muffy and etc. and Grandpa Kitty. And they came in and said you were dating again. I went, what? First of all, I don't need to know what your dating habits are. I would not presume to even ask you. It's none of my business. It's nobody else's business. And then they said, I'm a fan of Jason, the evil one. So, glad you're here. And, oh, here we go again. There's the fake one, I think. How do they come in here after I block them? See? Now I don't know what happens if I don't know which one is the real one. This is horrible. I happen to love Lisa and her kitties very much. They're doing this so I don't have a moderator. And now we'll have to contact Lisa and tell her that. And I'll do that right now. It's disgusting. That's identity theft. It's impersonation. Give me a moment. Where the hell is my keyboard? Still managed to get my glasses. There's too much stuff going on. Sure would love to get my reading glasses. She has the cutest cats. Very sweet, very silly, wonderful cat. She loves her babies. Bear with me a minute. Okay. Just sent her a message. There is no excuse for this behavior. No, I made Lisa a moderator. And they come in and sabotage her. And she has been attacked on her channel, and all she does is kitty videos. She doesn't get into politics or anything else. She loves her kitties and she talks about her health issues, and that's all. And she loves her father who lives with her. Thank you, Bill Gates, for the donation. I'm not sure if I can't remember who I have it on my screen somewhere of everybody I've blocked and the hidden users. About 300 people. I shouldn't have to go through that either. And by the way, it is 78 here. And now when I'm inside, there is a slight breeze out there, but it was 18.9 miles an hour when I was going out feeding the cats, and I was in bad shape. And my other items didn't come, and I wanted to eat one of my other items. Yes, cats can see ghosts. But could ghosts see cats? That's the question. My monkey and mouse, or monkey and who was the other cat I had in the car with me? Baby mouse, yeah, baby mouse and monkey, little cat. They saw the ghost in the corner, my apartment in Oakland. And that corner was ice cold when it was 90 degrees, and I lived on the third floor facing the sun that roasted in that apartment all the time. They saw something, their eyes would bug out, they'd meow at it, they'd growl at it. They saw something. There was nothing there that I could sense, but they saw it. They knew. They know. Maybe they sense evil. I don't know. And I'm not getting the safe way. I was hoping to go get something to eat. I ate my Cornish game, and those weren't very good this time, so I'm not going to buy them again. Aww, that's cute. Baby chicks are cute. And Lucky Pharaohs have been showing videos of the mama and papa gooses and geese. I guess geese and babies. There's lots of baby goslings out now. Very cute. They hang around the park and the edge of the freeway or roadway where she lives. And I don't know if there's a lake there or not. Lots of waterfowl there and other animals. And a squirrel uprooted her green bean plant. She was very happy about that today. So, and if I make this wheezing noise, I apologize. I'm doing it now since February, and no matter what I do, it doesn't want to go away. Sounding like I'm whistling. It's most annoying. But anyway. Okay, you're, wait a minute, I'm a little confused here. Your cat doesn't like the baby chicks. Are the baby chicks in your apartment or your house, or where are the babies? I wouldn't put the babies anywhere near the cat. The cat might kill the poor things. No, I made Lisa the moderator of this channel because she's a friend and I knew I could trust her. But how they're coming in using her name is beyond me. I don't know how they keep doing it. I have people say they're George Senda and they come in and use my name. How do they get away? How do they manage to do that? You shouldn't be able to create, if your name is, there was actually an actor, he was in the High and the Mighty and a lot of Western named John Smith. Your name is John Smith on YouTube. How do you create another John Smith? That shouldn't be allowed. Oh, the wind is now causing my screen door to vibrate. I put bubble wrap up, it's all been torn off. Fluffy tore it off. And here is my mask that Zoe sent me. So, let's see. Thank you. Well, keep the kitties away from you. Don't want the babies hurt. I had a baby chick once, and I didn't know I was a little child. I put it in the desk drawer, and it died, and that's bothered me ever since. I didn't leave it in the air. Wasn't malicious. I just didn't know any better. Being a dumb, stupid kid. Yeah, thank you, Shiva. Do me a favor. I wish there were a way I could call you. If I send you give you an email address that the evil ones will just send me, but send me some way I know it's you. Whoops. What the hell was that? Hold on. My main screen of my computer just went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs here. With this dumb keyboard. Oh dear. Hold on. I don't know what the hell happened there. Something weird happened. Yeah, it should have. Oh, there we go. There's the chat. The chat went away. I don't know. This keyboard is broken, and I don't know how it maintains a charge. I can use it on a keyboard. He's so good with one day I got my reading glasses. I don't know. Linda, Linda hasn't written me or anything for a long time, so I presume she's okay and busy. Yeah. Okay, thank you for that news. Your avatar got stolen. There should be a way to get YouTube to investigate the impersonation. But they're doing it because I made you the moderator. They're doing it to go after me, but they go after the innocent person. This is what I'm talking about with the left and Black Lives Matter. But now an innocent lady who loves to do kitty videos, they steal her name. And they'll probably next try to ruin her reputation and maybe destroy her channel, which would be horrible. I can't have friends online. They go after all my friends, people that like me, people that I love. And it's a horrible thing. Now there's a crown. I don't know why there's a crown next to my name. Never noticed that before. Well, if I ever get back to Pittsburgh before I die, Pennsylvania, not California, maybe Lisa and Grandpa Cat, will let me come for a visit where they live in person. Well, I blocked Cat Liver because he, she, or it said something very offensive in Lucky Farrell's live stream. So, yeah, change your passwords on YouTube and Gmail, and they may stop this problem. I don't know. I've had to change my passwords multiple times. They've hacked my passwords. It's horrible. I'm I'm very puzzled about that because you had Cat Lover on your videos and you were saying her son was sick. And you were asking people to donate to help her son. Her son was very sick. I think that's what it said. And under normal circumstances, if Cat Lover hadn't been mean, I would have maybe donated if I had any money at the time, which I didn't. Cat Lover said something really defensive to me in Lucky Farrell's live chat, and I blocked her. And someone who you blocked is a moderator here. So, and Lisa was worried that she had the Rona, and she didn't, thank God, and she's well. How is your father doing? Yeah, well, and you know that if I could, I know Sheba loves you, I know Muffy loves you. We get to see more Sheba than Muffy. And I'm still waiting for another episode of Bat Cut, which is very funny. If I ever have the money, I'm getting them their own little Batmobile to ride around in. Someone threw away one of those motorized cars. It was a Corvette. They put it in the dumpster. Guess it died. Batcat in the Batmobile would be fun. Have them ride around the house in the Batmobile. Or would that be the Catmobile? There's too many people that are playing games and being dramatic and causing problems for their people. Life's too damn short. Cat Lover got the ticks. I'm not sure who she's talking about. I haven't gone fishing in about 55 years. I used to catch bluegills, and I think they're also called sunfish. And I came home with this mess of things, and my mother was cleaning them, and one of them jumped and was still alive, and she freaked out, and that's the last time I ever caught a fish. So they were very good eating, but I caught a tiger shark once, sold it to a butcher shop in Chinatown, but a leopard shark or something, but that's it. I don't fish anymore. One thing, I don't have the patience, and if I sit too long, everything locks up and hurts, and but I don't clean fish well. And I feel a little guilty. I'll eat them if I get them in the for Safeway or something, but oh my God, your father got it. That's terrible. Lyme disease is horrible. I got a tick once. Thank God I didn't get Lyme disease. It was on my between my big and my little toe on my left foot when we went camping. When I was in summer camp, they had ticks. I never heard of ticks before the comedy series. The tick. The only tick I want to see is the tick. I like the tick. And Arthur. Hello, Raymond. If I ever get big money, Lisa and Raymond and my friends will get money. If they're Lisa, maybe Lisa would finally give me a way to contact her. I'm sending you all the money to pay Sheba's vet bills. Now that I'm broke after I paid Sheba's vet bills, giving you $47 million because Sheba seems to be constantly at the vet. I'm laughing and making fun, but every time I turn around, she's got something wrong with her, and I feel sorry for Lisa. She must be going bankrupt, or she must have a $8 million credit limit, and it's fully maxed out. 100%, 112% utilization to pay for the vet bills. That's why I send her money from time to time to do a small, minuscule bit of help. And if the Powerball last week was 410 million. If I'd won that, I would send Lisa probably 25 grand. Is this enough for Sheba and Buffy? Or do you need more? Yeah, but your dad, your dad's a senior. He's probably got limited income. He's got health issues of his own he got to deal with. If I had big money, you'd be getting it. And if you'd let me show up in person if I win the lotto, here's a bag of cash. I'll be back with another bag of cash, or we'll have the arm with Guardia or Pinkerton or Wells Fargo come in and bring you more cash if you need it. Just give me a call. All right, bye-bye. I might buy you a vet, or buy the land next door and have the vet move in next door. You don't have to keep driving to the vet. And the holistic vet and all. I watch all our videos. It's like a circus. She goes from vet to vet to vet till she finds one that doesn't suck. And I sit and worry about Sheba and Muffy. I don't want them to get sick and not be here anymore because I love them and they're cute and they're silly. And that grass video, might have a piece of your grass. Meow, meow. The look on Sheba's face is priceless. It's my grass. Go away. Why are you bothering me? I can't say some of the things I thought of, but look at leave me alone. You're stealing my grass, you evil woman. It's my grass. Muffy has no interest in the grass, but there's this paper grass that Sheba will burrow into. I'm surprised she hasn't done whole tunnel areas in the living room with like Viet Cong tunnels with traps and everything all made out of paper green grass. It's so funny to watch, and all you see is her tail sticking up. But she's so cute. You can't get mad at her. She's cute and silly like most cats. Yeah, well, it's I don't understand that. When you're a friend, and I've lost friends because I did something wrong or said something wrong. Young and stupid back when I was 20 and 25. Cuticles. And sometimes I didn't even realize what I said until someone said, "You said this," or the person told me they were deeply offended. I lost a good friend. I should rename it, start a new channel. Blockheads. Who's been blocked and who's not? And who is a blockhead? Did eat food this morning. People who suddenly become who unfriend you, suddenly impugn your integrity, your honor, and automatically call you a liar or stupid or whatever, despite you have no history of being mean or not nice. They hide in shadows, the true shadow people. And when the light of truth shines upon them, they deny, they make excuses, they evade, they criticize, they impugn, they slander, they libel. Well, I have had issues with Lucky Pharaohs over feeding raccoons and possums because once you let them in there, they never go away. And then we have the squirrel that may have removed her green beans today. So, and then she said she thinks the squirrel may have. She's obsessed with poop. The squirrel may have pooped on in front of Hydrox's cat mat. She also is obsessed with cat hairballs and cat barf. I've never seen anybody like this. Why are you showing this to me, LF? You know, I don't want to see cat barf. I don't want to see cat poop. Sheba's, well, no, it's Lisa. Sheba's the cat. Now, if you have a friend, you're friends with Sheba, you're luckier than I am. I would love to cuddle Sheba and kiss her and hug her and pet her and give her treats and toys. And of course, there's a lot of stuff Sheba and Muffy can't eat. Makes them sick, or they get sick. I know they have favorite foods that they can't eat much because I've been promoting Lisa's channel for ages because they're very cute kitties. Wait a minute, a political channel went after Lucky Ferals? She didn't political. There's kitty videos. What the hell is that? I mean, she could have this long opening. There's, God, now I'm confusing your names and her cat names. There's Stella. Stella, Simba, Splashy, Boo, Hydrox, Ditto, Possum, Beaver, not Beaver, Raccoon, maybe a beaver, who knows? Geese, goslings, Mama Goose, Papa Goose, crows. God knows what else is in the backyard. Skunks, let's not forget skunks. Marsupials. I don't know what else goes through that bag. It's like a zoo in there. It's like Noah's Ark. I watch. Oh God, no, I can't think of the name of it. Red something. He does a lot of Trump prediction videos. And there's a lot of where they do live Trump rallies. And they're criticizing Trump for wanting to do live Trump rallies. I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, you social distance over there, you social distance over there. The other 10,000, you wait outside and watch it on TV. Oh, nothing I can eat. So I'm going to sit here and munch on some Cheerios because I'm starving. And I can't talk I'm not well. Well, this guy read something or he does political prediction videos of state gubernatorial races, state senate races, U.S. Senate, U.S. House, Trump, Biden, He's even talking about he thinks in 2024 that Tucker Carlson will run for president, and he says Jared Kushner is sabotaging Trump's re-election campaign, and so is Trump's daughter. So he called them both globalists. That was his video. What is his name? Hold on, let me see if I can find him. That's not it. Hold on. I have 2 Firefox channels open on Chrome here. I got Chrome open. I got 3 channels open here. There's Red State. They may have been banned by YouTube. They hate conservatives. And there's I'm very envious. He's got like 39,000 subscribers. Here's a thing from Western Journal. Pelosi calls for destruction. Western Journal. Trump needs to step in. It must be about Seattle. Oh, hello. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get my email to open up. I can tell you the name of his channel. Okay, I got 20 bucks back from the seller. I'm happy with that. Red Eagle Politics. The other guy I watch is Jacob's Live in Vegas. He does walking tours. I watch Jerome Corsi at times. I watch Max Tech, Meet Kevin, Kevin Gardner, Lucky Farrells, Sheba Lisa, and Sheba Muffin, etc. I have about 150 or 200 subscriptions going. So I have to make sure, but I have this frozen khaki turkey that I should pull out and thaw one of these days, but it takes so long to thaw turkey. Oh, that's terrible. She has 2 of the cutest cats in the world. Oh, I also watch I Am Puma with Puma Messi, and I watch a little kitty. He makes all kinds of. Today he had a cardboard thing, and the cat had to climb it, lowering levels of the cardboard. I can't remember the name of the cat, but it's so cute. And I watch Pisavri, who does Mac videos and laptops for charity, and I watch Luke Leoni. And I'm sick and tired of. Oh, they want me to watch the Oprah, and I watch Taco Stacks, and I watch Antenna Man. He talks about types of antennas to get in your house, and of course Lucky Farrells. On the Patio Chairs, Wildlife and Nature. Hope for Paws. They rescue dogs and cats and skunks and every other animal known to man, donkeys. Sam Crack. I'm just going down the list here. And various people constantly talking about their stimulus that's never here. And how to do thing videos and Spectacular and the late Don Rickles and Blind to Billionaire. And where is anyway, I can't find the video. But Oh, that's why I'm in Chrome. Hold on. Enough Cheerios. Hold on a minute. Now, what's weird about my channel, when I do a live video, it'll say I have 20 people watching, and then when the video is done, I have 250 people watching. And why don't they go into chat? Maybe they don't want to get hacked. Got to take care of some business here. Now, what's weird about my channel, wait a minute, that just started. When I do a live video, oh, that was the Chrome opening up. For some reason, I didn't do it. Oh, by the way, Christopher, wait a minute. Just say refunded my money, and now there's no refund. What is that all about? I am puzzled. That's it's an eBay refund. Oh, it's sent to my Visa. Okay, well, that's a pity. I could have gone and got a pizza or something. Yeah, well, at least I got my money back. Some of it. For the record, I paid $35 for that thing, thinking it was going to be and instead of So, now let me get back to my, whatever it is I am here. Hold on. Where am I? Apologize for this. Now, it wasn't cat liver. Well, cat liver, I remember when it injured the leg or the foot or something for a long time. Had to have surgery. Your channel is not that. That's terrible. What are those UFO girls? Welcome. What are those creatures there? They look like little. They look like those things, those peeps you eat at Easter. The marshmallow things that always look yellow. They have different colors now, but didn't used to when I was a kid. I don't know what those things are made out of. Probably recycled styrofoam or something. Well, which animals? My little girl cat is always hungry. She eats her food, then she goes over and starts eating Fuzzies. And Fuzzy goes and starts eating Fluffies. I don't get that. Why do they turn the light off? Wait a minute. I don't have the light on the whole time. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn the lights on. Hello, light. Here we go. Must be freaking out YouTube. I don't have lights on. Rest in peace indeed. Art Bell, legendary and friend. And I loved Art Bell. Art Bell is free at last. Policeman here. Yeah, that's a question. Are you the real Sheba? I think so. I hope so. I don't know how you could, there's no way to show that on my channel, but if she showed up the Batcat symbol and the Sheba and Muffy as Batcat, and I forget what the other one's called, then we'd have the proof. or live from the birdhouse on the side of the garage where the babies sleep. Yeah, William S. Paley, head of CBS. Art did two movies too and another TV show, but he played William S. Paley, the head of the network, and he argued during a meeting of the Majestic 12 group. I have Dark Skies in my video collection. It's around here somewhere. Watched all the episodes. That was before the X-Files, and in some way, Dark Skies is far more creepier and dark than the X-Files. Dark Skies scared me. The Greys in there and the aliens were far more malevolent than some of the stuff of the X-Files. That show was on NBC and it came and went, but I think, I know Art had the creators on as a guest, and I think George Norrie's had them, and they've done something else since. I just don't remember what it was. But I remember the opening, everything they told you about American history is a lie. But they were focusing on the JFK assassination and then went on from there, and these two young people were hounded by Majestic 12 and the dark and evil forces behind the conspiracy, and then the aliens were doing horrible things to people. Yeah. I've heard of Mantis, I never saw it, but then there's a lot of uh they came on and said that their moderator privileges have been removed. I clicked on the wrench, and then they said they were a creepy from Erie troll, so I kicked them out. But they had your name and icon and donated money to me, so I thought it was you at first. Then they said they returned to dating, because I don't know what they were dating: Bigfoot, chupacabras, I don't know, werewolves, Sasquatch, Wendigos, Winnebagos, I don't know. Excuse me. But when they said they were a member of the Troll Legion, I said goodbye. And then I worried, well, if I blocked them, then my friend Lisa will not be able to come in here. And I would be heartbroken, just like I'd be heartbroken if on the day, one day, as all our kitties will pass on. And I don't want that to happen to her kitties for a very long time. Yeah, well, they stole your avatar. And how they managed to do that? They've got my avatar, and they've got pictures of me as their avatars. And the problem is with the pandemic, YouTube is all bots now. They won't do anything. If you report impersonation, they do nothing. I report impersonation. There's a guy who's posting as a guy from Pittsburgh and claims that he has a P.O. box in Missouri, and I constantly get this, I donated to the P.O. box in Missouri. Well, I don't have a P.O. box in Missouri. And the guy deliberately asked people to donate in my name. He claims to be George Senda. YouTube will do nothing. Unfortunately, I don't have a spare $1,000 to go buy one share of Alpha, or whatever the price is now. One share of Alphabet stock. And there's three classes of Alphabet stock. I think only one of them has voting rights. Then I could show up at the annual meeting and ask the chairman, except they never show. The two founders of YouTube of Google never show up, but they do have other things. But I don't think they let the public comment anymore. They're supposed to under most bylaws of most corporations. But if I showed up in person, maybe I could ask the question, why do you not enforce your own rules about impersonation, harassment, sexual harassment, racism? YouTube does none of this. You report all this stuff, and we have not been able to find any indication of this. Well, when I get money, I will take other steps to deal with these people and get them removed from YouTube. Trolls are thugs. They're all the people you never want to be anywhere around. Whether you're on a bus, on a train, a plane, an airport, in a store, a concert, waiting in line. They're annoying. They won't leave you alone. They won't go away. And in the old days, if they were in your small town, they'd be taken out in a car late at night and have it be worked over, or jumped into the swamp. Kathy's okay. I called her a couple hours ago. Because some people in towns wind up being so annoying that people just go out and work them over. Or we've seen that in movies, but it happens in real life too. They won't stop being, I can't use the word I want to use, agitators. Offensive. Or they're offensive to women, or they're offensive to somebody else. You wonder, there's got to be a certain percentage of people that stir up problems, and then one day they're not on the internet anymore, and you never hear from them. You've heard no death notices. And I've known people would take people out like that and give them a beating. Imagine a troll walked into a bar. A troll walked into a bar with a bridge in his mouth, and he tried to give crap to the Hells Angels, or the Nomads, or the Misfits, or some motorcycle gang. They wouldn't live very long. But they feel no compunction about doing it on the internet, or calling you up on the phone, or publishing your phone number, your address. Because they know that most people will be unable to do anything about their activity. Well, that's too bad for Cat Lover. I didn't even know Cat Lover had a channel. I wouldn't watch it. Now there's paranoia. That magnet came from Reston, VA, home of the CIA. I better look at this magnet more carefully. Let's see. Any microdots on it or secret? Oh, this has to be conspiratorial. It's made in the USA. That worries me right there. With a secret code on the label. Well, she's not Sheba, she's Lisa. But I accidentally banned her one night because I clicked on a troll and hit her instead. And then went in and had to do a lot of searching to find her and unblock her. And now the latest stuff with this impersonation and outrage. There are people come in here and they say something offensive and I block them. And if they talk about Kathy, I block them. Period. I won't put up with it anymore. 8.5 years of doing this. No one should be coming in here and attacking me or causing a problem. I've done nothing to them. except create over 4,000 videos that some people like. Her real, I don't know her last name, and I wouldn't say it, but her real name is Lisa. I don't know her last name. I have an idea where she lives, but I wouldn't say it. And I wouldn't show up at her house unannounced. Some trolls have shown up at my house and filmed my apartment building, and filmed where I go to have coffee. But I like Lisa's kitties, and I like Lisa, and I like her grandfather. He's very nice. And Sheba or Muffy love to sit in Grandpa Kitty's car in the back seat, expect to be chauffeured around, or pretend they're being chauffeured around. It's very cute. It's got an old car, like a '56 DeSoto or something. I don't know what the hell it is, but it looks old. The kind of car that we had when I grew up. And she climbs in there and goes to sleep. It's very cute to see her in the car in the garage. So, now we got. But remember, I've been watching her channel for a very long time when she only had she's got 450 or 500 subscribers. She only used to have about 200 or something. And she should have thousands because they're fantastic cats. And they're so cute. Their meows are silly, and what they do is silly. And she feeds them, and then one cat meow, and the other cat will go hide under. And one of them, I think it's Sheba that hides under the blankies, and the other one won't. And it's always cute. And they'll be down in the laundry room. It's like an adventure. You never know what's going to happen in the video, what the kitties will be doing. And then she goes out and goes shopping and shows like Cost Plus, which is not going to be here anymore, or whatever that place is. It's like a farm hardware kind of store, and she'll sell garden things in there and all kinds of stuff that I've never seen before, and it's cool. Or she'll go to the beach. I'm waiting for Sheba and Muffy at the beach, wearing little kitty bikinis and getting suntan oil put on them under the beach umbrella with a little kitty Mai Tai or something. Oh, he sold the car? Oh, I like that car. And Muffy loved that car. Muffy used to go in there, and it was so cute. She would sit there she could have sat there for hours and sat in the back seat. Maybe Muffy has a secret account that you don't know about. Muffy bought the car and is now storing it at public storage or something. We're not selling my car. That's my car. No. Well, Muffy must be heartbroken. Her car is gone. Grandpa's car is gone. Grandpa Kitty's car is gone. I didn't know Sheba was on the car. I have trouble keeping track of which cat is which. I don't know what that means. No one gas, open hand, but I'm puzzled. All I have to eat is oranges. I got tons of oranges. Me? What is this be nice stuff? I didn't do anything. Unless you're talking open hand and he misunderstood. He's confusing the person with the cat. Remember, cats have 4 legs, humans have 2 legs. Cats have fur, we don't have fur. Cats meow, we don't meow unless we're really, really drunk. Or in animal suits. There you go, there's your primer. What is that? Furry. There's another name for the furry people. There's a big convention in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania every year. They didn't this year because of the pandemic. I know they had their 25th convention last year, the 25th annual convention of furry. By the way, we went through the toll booth on Wednesday and got a sign, your car is being photographed by Fast Track and you'll get a bill for your toll. So there's no toll takers there. That was kind of interesting. I've never seen that in all the years I've been on and off in California since I was 12. Always some guy taking money from you. Aw, in, out, you want fish? Fuzzy, little girl, and Fluffy all know the word go play. You want to go play? That means you want to go out? Go play. Yeah, I'm still alive. There you go. I choked on a Cheerio. And the, oh God. I'm out of milk. Or I would be eating and eating milk. And you really can't eat Honey Nut Cheerios too much dry because you start choking. By the way, all cats, or most of my cats I've ever had, there's a phrase, not for and blank line, whatever cat is begging for food. Kathy and I had a discussion the other night, and it's puzzled me too, with tuna fish, but particularly with other things like the can of cat food. How does a cat know when they're not in the room that you're opening the can and you haven't even thought you're opening the can? And Fluffy will be outside and I've got the door open, so I don't keep getting up and opening the door and closing it, or letting Fluffy out, letting little girl out, letting Fuzzy out, and Pretty Gray will come in and meow for food. How does Fluffy know when I'm opening the can of cat food? When he's outside, but all of a sudden it's like, ears must go like this. Cat food, cat food, cat food, cat food. He runs in here and will look at me. He'll stand here and look at me. And I go, not now, Fluffy, I'm busy. Or in a little bit. Yeah, I know they have 10,000 times the hearing. They should be an X-Men, but they're outside. You lift that tab on the fancy fees and blum, 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 blum. How do they know? And I go out and look for Fluffy, and I call Fluffy, and the little girl, nowhere to be found. But I opened that can, blum, blum, blum. And the problem is, I open a can, read it. No, it's a can of chili. It's a can of green beans. It is not for Fluffy. It is not for Monkey. It is not for whatever cat I've had over the years. Snooky. My first kitten, Snooky. Not for Snooky for 17 and a half years. I thought my name was not for Snooky for a while. And Snooky used to jump. I called him, no, a monkey, little cat. I called him Climber Cat. He would jump on the kitchen counter and want to get the cat food. Been there, dot t-shirt. I tapped the wet food dish with spoon. Ready to get the cat cage. They sense it, yeah. Do you still put them, Lisa, in Sheba? And I don't know if you do Muffy. I don't remember. That little kitty thing on the patio. And I thought you were moving, and yet I keep seeing videos at Grandpa's house. I'm very confused. She has one cat or boat that loved to sit in the thing on the patio. It's like an enclosed dome with netting, and then she has to weigh it down. Oh, it's so sad. I'm so mad that Bootsy will not let Harley be her friend. I wish they could become buddies. Bootsy Cat is about 8, and it's the original kitty, so, or the older kitty. The pet tent, yes. I keep waiting for the pet condominium to show up out there in like 4, 5, 6 towers, 6 stories. She has that wonderful cardboard. She put that together, wonderful cardboard kitty castle thing. It's great. I have one that they can see through, and they start trying to tear the crap out of it. So I like what Lucky Pharaohs does with that, like kitty. It's like a baby carrier, but the kitties can go down the sidewalk and see out the mesh and all that. Um, I put my cats in the enclosed cat carriers, and the thing, it's like, those things you can buy on eBay where the hand comes out and it takes the quarter or the penny and it shakes and then it goes. The whole thing just starts shaking and they hate going to the vet. I don't think Trump Jr. will run for office, but you never know. Get from the vet. That's because the vet swabs her instead of the cat in the ear, right there, and puts that lighted thing in her ear too much, by mistake. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to get the cat. Back to the Joe Bob movie. Tune in next time when another commercial will come where she goes back to buy Smoover. I think somewhere in the ancient days there was a veterinarian with a club and a flaming torch, and the first cat must have got scared to go to the vet, the vet cave or something. All cats hate the vet. I've never had a cat that liked going to the vet. Never had a cat come up to me and stick its paw in the air. I want to go to the vet. I want to go to the vet. Pick me, pick me. I want to go. I'm not sure if Boo and Simba and Sheba, Stella and sorry, not Sheba, Stella and Splashy like to go to the vet or not. And I don't know if she's taking Hydrox to the vet, but never the cat that say yes. I want to go in that nice steel sterile room with all the noise and the lights and it's bright and it's scary. Oh, they were talking about the cat. I thought they meant me. No, I don't want to go in the vet office either. What if they make a mistake and inject me with something? I've been like that for 78 hours. They stuck me in the ass with a anesthetic, a cat anesthetic, and I can't move, by mistake. Vanka's been doing stuff with business groups and all kinds of stuff. She might work out as secretary. I think I would rather probably have her secretary of commerce or something. But who knows? And then what happens when Trump's out of office? When, let's say, he wins? That's weird. It looks like a face. I'm not sure what the hell this is for here. It's got a little tiny, a sealed pocket there. Why? Why is there a little sealed? Looks like you can stick your finger in it part way, but why is that there? It's very strange. And yet it's sewed up. Joe Biden is Lloyd Bridges in airplane. I picked the wrong day to come out of the basement. Yeah. I wish I could win the lotto so I could tell Trump off. Look, get the damn stimulus checks out to people. There's talk. There was a story 2 days ago where 450 people got notices from their housing when you have a condo and they have this housing administration, the housing Nazis or whatever they call them, that they were being evicted for not paying the rent, even though we have moratorium and evictions. Like, don't you guys pay attention to what's going on outside of Washington? And I don't think even Trump does that. Once you're in there, it's like, dome comes down and you hear no news, no local news from East Nowhere, Montana. By the way, it snowed in Colorado and Wyoming yesterday, and they considered unexpected spring snow or early summer snow. And it does that in Colorado every year. It snowed as early as August. They get a blizzard in August. Go figure that one out. Yeah. Patty hadn't got hers either. I don't know where it went to. Maybe Black Lives Matter stole their checks. I don't know. We're going to get those people. We're going to steal their checks. Spend it on crowbars. All right, one more handful of this stuff now. And the microwave popcorn every once in a while is too dry. Also, I wonder something. What is in wet cat food? The cats start meow, 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 meow. I've looked at it and it looks like ground up pulp. What's in that stuff they go so crazy for? Or kitty crunchies? I will predict something. We do not have a second stimulus check. I think Trump is going to lose the election. The poll numbers are down for Trump right now. And the Fed had said inflation is low. It's time to do stimulus now. We have very low inflation, not high inflation. But McCarthy and McConnell act like it's their personal money. It's coming out of their wallet. Mitch McConnell's worth $22 million. He ain't hurting. Now you're insulting Dom DeLuise. Eric Garcetti should be Dom DeLuise. I missed one thing. They missed a bet. I don't know why they didn't do a Captain Chaos movie. I love Captain Chaos. It's him, not him. He's here. He's back. Oh no. And Jack Elam plays the crazed drunk doctor who they got to take care of the elephant. That was so weird. Cannonball Run, whatever number it was. They're transporting an elephant. Oh my God. Yeah, we could have Gavin Newsom play the filthy lucre character from Robin Hood. Men in tights. No, I don't think they're going to pass it in October. They're going to do it right before the election, so people start getting checks again. They, oh God, I got $1,200. They got my vote. Give me another beer, Martha. I stimulated the economy. I bought me a 24-pack of beer and some pork rinds. I'm ready. I got my mail-in ballot. And I still got $1,195 left because I bought the cheap stuff. They used to have a beer called Lucky Beer. You got 24 bottles for $3. When Lucky was Lucky before they got bought by Albertsons, then came back to Lucky again. Absolutely vile. I tried some once. Oh, it was horrible. It was a small glass bottles. It was terrible. One of the worst beers ever. You can't get it anymore, but it was done about 1950. Was Bulldog beer endorsed by the boxer Jack Dempsey, and they said it was awful beer. Man, I didn't get my stuff today. Sitting in the Concord post office 10 miles away. If I had a car, I would have gone to the Concord post office. You got my packages? I would love to see Mitch McConnell voted out of office because he's the one blocking all this stuff. We have to worry about, and the same with McCarthy. We have to worry about the effect on future generations. People up there starving. They got no jobs. They got no money coming in. They haven't got an unemployment check. Worry about future generations. Worry about today. And they asked somebody, or somebody said, whenever you get a large rise of coronavirus cases, we're already seeing that. I don't know. What happens if we suddenly see a huge spike in black pandemic cases? And they'll blame it on white supremacy instead of a pandemic. I mean, 25,000 people all walking, most of them without masks, no social distancing. If you take %, that's 250 people out of 25,000. So, how many people were sick? Oh, God, I'm not eating those anymore. How many people would die? Even though I know the death rate is not as high as the infection rate, but scares the hell out of me, Pilgrim. It would get me killed, but I want one of those Ku Klux Klan outfits where you put the hood over your whole body. I got my Klan outfit here. I got my face mask. The whole body is one giant face mask. Maybe I color it purple or no, that wouldn't work. They had purple wizards of the Grand Wizard of Ku Klux Klan were purple. Maybe I could put polka dots on it and pretend I'm an Apple G3, Macintosh G3. I'm the spotted Macintosh. Sounds like the weirdest superhero, the spotted Macintosh. Dun dun dun. Tonight, the spotted Wackintosh. What? The Wackintosh. The spotted Macintosh fights the evil Bill Gates. All one word, as he uses Windows to create havoc around the world. Walked up to a building and put up a window where there's no window before, and then burglarized everything. I'm losing it, folks. This whole thing about it's $600, they're going to drop it to $400. And then what happened to the essential workers? They ain't getting jack. They're getting screwed. We got to give the essential workers a check, and that went away. Gavin Newsom, men in tights. What is that? What was that? Men in Wilkes-Barre, Bashford androgynous suits from San Francisco on Sutter Street. Here you go. Willie Brown clothier. I was on America Online in the ancient days. Remember they used to send thousands of discs? I kept trying to figure a way to maybe sharpen those, use them as shurikens or something, because you'd open the mailbox, there'd be like 78 of those suckers. And if it wasn't AOL, it was Earthlink. Here's a new AOL disc that would take 78 hours to load and install. And you get that beep, Apparently AOL is still around. I think if you took a sharpening stone, you could sharpen those and like decapitate somebody. Or, you know, look, you're being robbed by a guy with a gun. You whip out your AOL disc and you have them glued to your hand like Wolverine. Snick, snick. You know, the guy's dead and he just shredded. You know, or your Earthlink disc. I thought at one point because I used to live in an apartment in Oakland, and there'd be like stacks of them left to the occupant of apartment so and so. Prodigy and the well. I wanted to change my name to occupant. I figured I would have gotten everything ever delivered to everybody. It would have been all mine. The occupant would get good stuff. You know? My name is occupant or occupant. Occupant. Genie, that was the other one. Genie, remember Genie? GEO and that? Genie? I don't know what happened to that. Genie. Oh, and Apple had their own web thingy for a while. I don't remember the name of it. They had their own, internet service, and then that went away. Yeah, I remember all those. The ancient days of computing. I was watching this video of the guy, 8-bit guy, and he goes to Texas, and he had the portable compact. My friend had one of those. She bought it for $50, and the screen was like, you know, that was the screen. It was a green screen, little tiny screen. MSN, Microsoft Network, wow. I call it hoo-ha, Who cares? Um, Delphi, that was another one. Delphi. Well, you're bringing stuff I haven't thought of in 35 years. Delphi. That was another internet service. CompuServe is still around. $70 a month for internet and phone. I called them up. DSL. Curious. And there have been various Mac services that you could use if you're a Mac user. Bulletin boards, yeah. Legend of the Red Dragon. Remember those and all those games? And you would get in the chat, and there'd be chat wars. And the moderators would block the trolls. Even then, when you just had text and you had very rudimentary graphics for the Legend of the Red Dragon, you have hit the Red Dragon and it got 6 points. Red Dragon hits you, you lose 16 points, You had to fight him off before your character died. And then if you died, you cannot log into the game today. You must wait 24 hours. I love that game. Somebody brought it back a while back. Yeah. Remember those dot matrix printers where you would do a picture and a dot, 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 and 78 hours later you're still going dot, dot, dot. On the ancient days with computing, hello, Fluffy. I remember in the computer labs where we would print out the whole year with a picture of a Playmate or the picture of the Enterprise. That was very popular. Or Frodo, the Hobbit, or something like that. You'd have this long, giant one sheet of paper somehow with all dot matrix on it, and you'd have the 1977 year, and you'd have this big long thing on your wall. Everybody had one of those in their wall. That's before we had graphics and YouTube and any videos. Man, Print Shop. I love Print Shop. I can print so much cool stuff on Print Shop. Nope. Now you see, the Fluffy has the automatic. When you reach for the Fluffy runs away. Print Shop, Broderbund had the coolest stuff for Print Shop. And then you had the Where in the World, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, and other games. Mavis Bacon teaching typing. And my Galactic Empire, which I love. I don't have a copy of it anymore. My favorite game. And you had something with an F. It was a graphics program that you could create stuff with from Broderbund. Penguin software, all that old stuff for the Apple. Don't know much about them PC games. Since I got rid of my 286, my 386, and my 486. Kept wondering why there was no 586. But you're obsessed with Gavin Newsom and Eric Garcetti. I didn't watch the Waltons. There's a parody where I think I can't say it. It crosses the line. I knew people hated them. Kathy hated the Waltons. I don't even know where the Waltons lived. I didn't like them. When to bulldoze their house, you know. Okay, I gotta let Fluffy out. I'll never hear the end of it. Just a moment. If I can get up. Sit in this chair too long, everything stiffens up. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Now it takes me to walk. Kill myself here with all this stuff. And I gotta get this place cleaned up next month. Okay. I feel like Gort from David Hurts stuff. Okay, Fluff. Hold on, Mr. Fluff. Come on. Well, people, my body is saying it didn't like me doing that. It's also getting tired. I'm losing my voice. My cat just ran across my keyboard. You should have seen what it just typed. Oh my goodness. I can't say it in open company. Kathy's cats used to sit in the keyboard and the Mac would go. They'd be singing like 78 keys at once. The keyboard would go nuts and it would freeze your computer up. I think I have to go because doing that just made me start wheezing again as I got it close to the door in the wind. So I'm going to end this fun of 118 million minutes here. Thank you for coming in, and may the evil ones drop dead. We love you, Lisa. Thank you, UFO Girl, for reminiscing the ancient days of computing. Well, you know, I'm old, I have asthma, I have COPD, and I get tired. And I'm hungry. And I start looking longingly of a cup of Meow Mix. I hate ramen in the middle of the night. I'm very tired of ramen. Thank you, UFO Girl. Everything gets bigger. I'm about as big as they get, I think. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's a shock. Thank you. Art Bell lives. Art Bell will always live. And I love Lisa, and she doesn't deserve any trolls giving her problems with me. She's a sweet person, and her kitties are wonderful, and Grandpa's wonderful. If I ever get big money, I will show up with her permission and Shower the kitties with gifts and catnip and toys and crunchies. And shower Grandpa with catnip toys and gifts and crunchies. And get him a cool car from the 50s. Maybe buy him a Tucker or something. I don't know. You know. And shower Lisa with thousands of gift cards or something. You know. They were $1 a piece, but I had a lot of them. They were left over from when I went to the store. I couldn't do anything with them. So, you know, same with Lucky Farrell. So there's a whole bunch of people that would get some money from me. And if we ever had regular dinners again, where we'd go out and sit like 18 in a row on a table, once we get the vaccine, I'd have a big, let's do a banquet, you know. No Alfredo sauce, no Alfredo with vodka, weirdness. We had chicken and vodka. That was weird and disgusting. Kathy and I went to a free meal from this business seminar. They gave us chicken with vodka. Yuck. No capers. No black olives. No salmon. We don't like salmon. Oh, Kathy gave the Fancy Feast salmon to her cats. Cleo did not like it. Cleo is picky, being Queen Cleo. And Caesar loved it. And what was she going to do with the other half of the can? So now she's, you know, what am I going to do with this can? And I've often thought we should have a Lucky Farrell's party or a Sheba Muffy and etc. party. And maybe have them all get together in one big venue like the Madison Square Garden or something with all the cats and the raccoons, possums, the birds. And whatever those birds are preying on the birds, she had in her trees that she didn't like. It's always fascinating. And then poor Sheba and Muffy get so upset. I think Sheba gets more upset about when it snows. She gets very and rains. And she wants to go out on the lawn. No, you can't go on the lawn. I figure it will come via Amazon slime. That's we'll get the vaccine from Amazon slime. You'll have your own injection, and you'll go like, and then 4 days later you'll come out of it and you'll be cured. You know, but you'll be like catatonia. Okay, insert plunger and the whole country will shut down. Everybody will be frozen like this. You'll stop all bodily function. You'll still breathe very slowly, and your heart will beat very slowly. But yeah. Of course, how would you tell she's swearing? But the looks on her face the other day when can I have some of that paper grass? No, that's my grass. You're evil. I hate you, Mommy. So funny. Hey, that's another thing. We get Amazon drone vaccines delivered to our door. You know, with a plunger, it'll just come up. You open the door, it'll go ding dong. Amazon, yes. Oh. See, I'm starting to cough again. That's why I got to go. I need to maybe treat my nose again. I wonder if I put like a sponge mop up there and just have it suck everything out. You know, I'm so tired of this stuff. I've had a sinus of this one for over 2 years. I'm so sick of sinus infections. Yeah, well, out in the desert, you're not seeing much except desert. So when Art Bell and Ramona saw the giant triangular UFO like Kathy and I did, we know. No, I don't want vitamin vaccine water. No. Hey, this stuff doesn't taste like a Red Bull or vitamin water or that Arizona iced tea. That stuff tastes weird. Tastes like something came out of my toilet. You know, new meaning for toilet water. I got this vaccine water. Ew, no, I don't want that. Another guy's like, give me a six-pack, I'll drink. You know? Oh, God. And then there's the people like George Noria, I will never take the vaccine, or the nuts are, it's all Bill Gates and George Soros. It's all a conspiracy, and they're going to put the chip in you. They're going to have 666. I went 999. No one's afraid of 999. I figured to be close to 1,000, I'd be rich, and I'm a 999. I wonder what the guy does. He gets 667. What does he do? Like, when I win the bingo or something? And George is pretty nice. He has some odd ideas at times. We're friends. I like George, but he has strange guests too. You know, the old movies. Some things are not meant to be seen. Some things are not meant to be heard. All right, my voice going, and the bomber squadron of, I've got the stupid drain flies again. God help me, I got to go get stuff on the first of the month and get rid of them again. Where do these stupid things come from? All right, excuse me. It's definitely time to treat my nose again with the salt water. I should just pour the whole carton of 1 pound Morton iodized salt down my nose and stick a garden hose up there with warm water on there and have it, bubble up. Maybe if I put baking soda, like get rid of the drain flies, get rid of the stuff. Just hot vinegar, apple cider vinegar, baking soda, salt, and water. Just flush it all the way up to my brain. Probably blow my brain out. It wouldn't take long though. A neti pot was terrible. I tried that. I did the thing with the neti pot. This is my handle. This is my spout. And I put it here, and all the water that was flow in this nose side and come out this one, a gigantic stream of water, and nothing else. It didn't kill the mucus. It didn't kill the infection. The other way, stuff comes out. I'm dripping in water for 78 hours, but it kills it for a while. Then I can breathe again. But when it builds up, I start choking. Art Bell, yes, lives in all of us. And for those old enough, Long John Neville, Ira Blue, Hilly Rose, Frank Edwards, Donald E. Kehoe, the legend, and Stanton Friedman, the legends of UFOlogy and the paranormal. Oh, and let's not forget Ivan Sanderson and John Keel, Raymond Palmer, and other people in the paranormal field, including, in a sense, Carl Sagan, who at the end finally admitted he believed that something was happening in the UFO field, and Jack Fillet. And I think about Art Bell a lot. For a year I had his picture up here. I had 3 wishes. It would be Art Bell to come back in full health and from the high desert, from the great American Southwest. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. I would love to hear that again. Millions and billions and billions. That used to put me to sleep. I couldn't watch Cosmos. Took me 6 years to find out he wasn't talking about McDonald's, too. And now they say they have a planet that may be like Earth. They found. Want to take a ride. I tried that, but his son killed his Chevy, whatever the hell it was. Remember that? Where his son wrecked the car? But I heard so many great stories. Comet the cat clawing his hand up. He falls off the porch. The best one was he crazy glued his lips shut. Comet the cat slashed his hand. He had to go to the hospital. Fell off the porch and throwing the rocks at the rabbits, the jackrabbits. He would get really mad at the jackrabbits. And then being knocked off the air twice. That's why I don't believe there's a fake Area 51 color. I heard that, and Art said later that the technicians came out and said you had neon peepholes directed not once but twice at your dish. I want to take if you look in my computer, hold on. Let's see if, how would I do this? Can I do it? Let me see if I can. Give me a minute. I will change my settings. If I can change my settings. I want to find out who can get rid, when I get a new computer, get rid of forever the spinning wheel of Macintosh death, which drives me crazy. All right. I'm not sure what this will do to the internet. I hope it doesn't crash the internet for me. I put my Mac to sleep. Now, am I still live? Apparently so. My Mac goes to sleep, and I've got a very dirty screen that I have to clear off. No, doesn't do it. Anyway, somewhere, whoops, just dropped it. I have a thing, hello, Kokaluba. I have a thing when it sleeps, my screen, wait a minute, I know where I can find it. Just give me a moment. I remember now. It's in my display, I think. Or, no, it's in the desktop. There it is. I know where it is. It's been so long since I've done this. That's not it. Under the screensaver, I believe. If I can get it to work, if I don't have the spinning wheel of death. Okay, where are you? There it is. There it is. All right. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. There we go. There it is. You will notice on the screen of my Mac, I'll turn the light off. This is my, you don't need that for current day Macs, but this is my screensaver. For those who've never seen it. When I go to sleep at night, and the Mac goes to sleep, while I'm sleeping, I wake up to Art Bell every day. So you asked me, want to take a ride? Yes, there it is. From the high desert. Deep in the high desert, sadly. But there's Art Bell. I created that. I don't remember how I did it. Somewhere in my computer is that file. I'm going to put it on my MacBook and my new Mac. And so there is Art Bell, want to take a ride. And that goes off after an hour. So I get that showing. I can do, there's the alternate one. I'll show you that too. This is the creepy one. We love Halloween, and this is my creepy screensaver. And I don't know if I don't want to get a copyright strike, so let me turn the sound off. In case, I don't know where I got this from. I got it from somewhere. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Here we go. This is the one when Halloween comes, I run this for 2 weeks. I think this is one of the neatest things I've seen. Don't remember where I found it. hope you can see that. It hurts with all those teeth in that poor pumpkin. Must be very painful. My hands start to hurt holding this. I'm going to set this back down again and put that back to somewhat normalcy. And oops, wait a minute, what's going on there? I'm going to put Art back. I can find Art again. Where is Art? Where is Art? Oh, there we go. All right. So anyway, that's what is shown on my screen. Two 685-2177. Dial the white. What? I can't say it. Wild card line. Oh my God. I can't remember that. I can't remember my own phone number. Indelibly etched in the cells of my brain. 2 cells. Probably dead D cells or something. So, this channel, Art Bell, lives forever. And with that in mind, I'm going to go. I'm hungry and I'm getting sleepy. Dopey, sneezy, angry, ticked off. I don't know. Confused. Befuddled, whatever those 7 dwarves were. I don't know who the hell they were. Can't remember my name some days. Used to look at my underwear and thought my name was Fruit of the Loom for years, All right, this is George Send, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great evening. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool, as the case may be. Stay warm and dry or cool and dry. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Remember Art Bell and those who went before. And remember something else. We are celebrating the 100th anniversary of radio, which is amazing. KDKA, the first commercial station, but I think radio was broadcast even before that. KDKA in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, 100 years of broadcast radio, mind-boggling. Okay. I'll catch you on the ether next time. Bye-bye for now. And I wish I could play Art Bell's music. I loved Art Bell's music. And what George Norrie and the network do to run Art Bell's old shows, when Art said, I don't want those run, is criminal. Bye, Lisa. Bye-bye. Tune in next week, next time. Same Batcat channel. Meow, 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 meow. Bye-bye.